Yeah.
Greetings. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to
The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you are
Can't
directed.
hear you. Sorry, can't hear you.
This one hasn't turned on.
It's on. It's just very low, I think.
Hello?
That was like, look, that's not it. Yeah, just bring it on.
In the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you are directed to notify and warn the inhabitants of the Dighton Water District, duly registered and qualified, to vote in district affairs, to meet in the Dighton Middle School in said town of Dighton at 6 p.m. on Thursday, November 17, 2022. Then and there to act on the following articles. Article 1. I will entertain a motion that nominations for moderator be open.
Madam Clerk, I move that nominations be open for moderator to preside over this meeting.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded that nominations be open for moderator to preside over this meeting. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? The ayes have it. We'll now open,
Mr. Moderator,
yes.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Scott Dingus to preside over said meeting.
The motion has been made and anybody second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to nominate Scott Dingus for moderator to preside over this meeting. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we will vote. The motion has been made and seconded to nominate, The nomination for Scott Dingus for moderator has been made and seconded. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion that we close nominations.
I move that the nominations be closed. Second.
The motion has been made and seconded that nominations be closed. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. All those in favor of Scott Dingus for moderator to preside over this meeting, raise your hand. Those opposed, raise your hand. Thank you. Majority of the voters present have clearly voted for Scott Dingus. I declare Scott moderator for the night.
Good evening. Are there any housekeeping motions?
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district consider adjournment at 8 o'clock.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Mr. Moderator, I move that we dispense with the reading of the warrant.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Mr. Moderator, I move that we dispense with the reading of the articles and that reference to them may be made by number and content.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Article 2.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district votes to transfer from free cash $25,000 to be transferred to the other post-employment benefits liability trust fund established to cover the unfunded actuarial liability for retirees' health care and life insurance benefits.
A second?
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on Article 2? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Article 3.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district votes to transfer from free cash $50,000 to be transferred to the district's stabilization fund.
A second?
Been a motion made and seconded on Article 3. Any discussion?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Andrew Horton, 42 Lane, Dighton. Can you give us a breakdown of where the money is coming from, where it's going to, and the account that it's going to? What is it funded with right now?
It's coming from free cash, going into stabilization.
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
It's coming from free cash going into the stabilization.
Stabilization account.
Free cash going to where?
The stabilization account.
And what are the balances on the account?
Stabilization has 285,000 right now.
285,000?
Correct.
Further questions?
Yes. Timothy Doolin, 1943 Massasoit Road. It says raise and appropriate and/or transfer. Which is it?
It's transferred from free cash.
So why does it say raise and appropriate?
They stipulated the funding source within the motion. You can do either on the warrant until it's defined how they want to go about it. So they stated it's free cash.
Okay.
Further discussion? Hearing none, as this is an article transferring into a stabilization fund, against that word. It requires a 2/3 majority. If you don't reach a 2/3 majority, I can't call off 2/3 by vote, call for a hand vote. All those in favor of Article 3, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Article 3 carries unanimously. Article 4.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district vote to raise and appropriate $200,000 to be transferred to the district's capital improvement stabilization fund.
Second. Motion made and seconded on Article 4. Any discussion? Sir.
Okay, do we have a breakdown of the, what's in the account now?
614,000 right now,
Is that prior to this?
prior to the transfer.
614,000 prior to this. Any further discussion on Article 4? Seeing none, this is a 2/3 majority vote as well. It's transferred into a capital improvement stabilization fund. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Article 5.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district vote to transfer from free cash $50,000 to replenish the system maintenance line due to unexpected repairs.
A second?
Motion made and seconded on Article 5. Any discussion?
Yes. What are the unexpected expenses, or they're just in case they come up?
What were the unexpected?
We had some VFDs let go this.
I'm sorry?
We had some VFDs.
Can you
The variable speed motors for the pumps failed because of lightning and everything else this summer. So we had to replace 3 of them this past summer.
So this isn't for future unexpected, this is for something that's already happened.
This is to replenish the funds that were on this line used to repair the VFDs that failed over summer. So this is a replenishment of that line item.
Thank you.
Further discussion on Article 5. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Article 6.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district vote to transfer from free cash $20,000 to be transferred to the terminated employees' compensated absences reserve fund.
A second?
Motion made and seconded on Article 6. Any discussion?
Yes, regarding this fund, how much money is already in that account?
About 25,000.
25,000? Now, if you were to terminate an employee, which doesn't often happen in Dighton,
It's when they retire.
when they retire?
Yes. They're allowed to buy back their vacation time. And we have 2 employees that will be retired shortly.
Further questions on Article 6? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Article 7.
Mr. Moderator, based on discussions that myself and Town Administrator Mike Mullen have had today with members of the Somerset Board of Selectmen and their Town Administrator, I am motioning that this article be tabled.
Second.
There's currently no motion on the floor to table.
I am making a motion to table.
There's nothing to table yet. So, is anybody going to make a motion on Article 7?
Mr. Moderator, I'd like
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district votes to transfer from free cash $83,600 to perform a water compatibility permitting study required by the DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, and perform an asset evaluation necessary for the purchase of the Somerset well on Brook Street.
Second.
Motion made and seconded.
Mr. Moderator, I'd like to make a motion that this be tabled.
Motion on the floor to table Article 7 as presented. Tabling is a non-discussion motion. We move to vote. All those in favor of tabling Article 7, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Tabling Article 7 passes unanimously. Article 8.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district this time proceed to bestow deserved honors and recognition upon persons who significantly contribute time, talent, and/or resources to the mission of the Dighton Water District.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on Article 8? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries. Article 9.
Mr. Moderator, I move to transact any other business that may lawfully come before said meeting.
Second. Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Is there any other business anyone would like to bring before this body?
Yes. I'd like to ask, how was a decision made to widen the opening at the end of Massasoit Road?
Can anyone speak to that?
First I've heard of it, so what's this? Oh, this is the whole gate issue?
It's where the gate's going.
Well, I asked for a gate because the water district widened an opening that was wide enough for basically a riding lawnmower, so that you guys could go back there and perk it and, I don't know, not perk it, but test for wells. You created a situation that was dangerous to our neighborhood because then cars and trucks could drive back there. Kids went back there with pallets, created a huge forest fire. Not a huge forest fire, but a fire. You crossed homeowner association land without consulting the homeowners association. And I'd like to know how that decision was made. And why the neighborhood of the association was not consulted.
Can you speak to that this evening, or?
Well, we don't have the superintendent here anymore, so apparently,
It was his decision.
well, the land, I don't know, honestly, I don't know anything about this. So I heard about the town, gates, rocks, four-wheelers. There has been fires back there before, so I don't.
There hadn't been fires this size where trucks pulled pallets in there and had 100-foot-high flames behind my neighborhood.
Well, I can look into it some more, I don't know. I know there was a meeting about it with the town. You had a meeting with it, so what happened with that one? I don't know.
It was put on hold based on discussions with the water district, as well as an election with the HOA. So the discussion with the water district never happened, so we tabled it until we got an understanding of where the water district stands on this. And from what I'm hearing tonight, that was a decision made by the superintendent without involving the commissioners.
Trying to remember how this all went down. Because I know there was a meeting.
The police were.
It was, we did go through.
I think
Right.
they were supposed to, they were getting paid,
There was a liability issue with the gate and the
Right.
rocks, and then kids going around the gate. I remember something about that, but then we called it dropped again. But I
Right.
understand your concern was who initiated the whole going in there.
Who created the problem, basically? There was no problem until the DWD widened that opening. And I'd like to know how that decision was made. And why the homeowners were not
Can't speak
consulted.
to that, we don't have to.
My recommendation would be to take into consideration in a future water district meeting and provide the commentary. You don't have the details.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to play, that's fine. So that's, they can't speak to it tonight, so, is that okay?
So how do I find out? How,
Well, you can come to why don't you come to the monthly meeting next month, when we have the meeting and we'll discuss it further.
So they've agreed to take it under consideration, under discussion under the next reoccurring water district meeting during the month of December.
Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, December.
Is there any other further business?
Not really business, but it's a question for the commissioners. The water department, pretty big entity, a lot of new houses coming into the town of Dighton. Very disappointing to see 6 people or 5 people in the audience tonight. Has the commissioners ever looked at possibly doing the meeting at a different time of day? And also looking at having a quorum for your meetings because of the amount of money that's being spent, is being spent with 2, 3, 4 votes for sometimes millions of dollars? Would the commission at least look into that and looking at putting a quorum where you need to have X number of people at a meeting before spending the amount of money that's being spent?
We can look into anything that you guys would like us to do.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
He said that they can look into anything they recommend. That would be a modification to the water district's bylaws to require that, and that can be presented either by one of the commissioners or by someone on the floor at a future town meeting. A motion, an article would need to be put on the warrant to represent the modifications to the bylaw. But they're
Okay,
going to
and would
consider
the
whatever
commission,
you like.
would you approve having a quorum at the meetings to be able to spend money?
Well, we tell everybody, and it's posted when we have meetings. I mean, we can't stop or ask people to come. I mean, this
No, I agree. I'm not saying that you did anything illegal by not posting it. I just think 6 o'clock is a difficult time, especially when the average person works till 4 or 5 o'clock at night. They can't get here at 6, first of all. I don't know if 7 o'clock would change that. No idea. But
We
you
can
look at
try
the
it.
town meeting-
I'm up for trying different things. I mean,
Well, we've always, you know.
we worked around you guys, so I mean, if you think we'll try 7 o'clock, then we got it better.
No,
And
we've
again,
always,
I mean, I'm at fault too. It's the first water meeting that I've been to, other than with I used to come with my dad years ago. So, I mean, I'm at fault too by not coming here, but I would like to see possibly a quorum, and would you consider having a quorum at the meeting before spending the amount of money that the department spends?
So I'd like to clarify that just for once. So they can absolutely set the time of the meeting, that's something they can, but to require a quorum would be a modification to the bylaw. They couldn't do that. That would have to be by and accepted in this body, either
Okay.
during their annual water district meeting or a special
If
meeting.
I were to present that, would I have the support of the commissioners to have a quorum for your meetings?
If it would work, I know nothing about it, to be honest with you. So I don't know what a quorum would entail as far as changing. Does a quorum, a minimum of 25 people, 50, 100? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea.
Quorums are set by the body, so it's require that. Quorums are very not typical these days because of this effect. And this, from my experience, again, not obviously what I've seen being at these meetings and moderating them for the time, this is pretty untypical of what we'd see. Sometimes there's slightly more based on the subjects.
But it might also prompt more advertisement for meetings where you need to get so many people there.
That's correct. The town of Dighton does not have a quorum, for example, at our place. We do not have a quorum at all.
Thank you.
The question I have in regards to items on the warrant that are placed by residents of the town, do you use a petition format to get a warrant? And how many names on a petition would you need if you have a petition format for getting warrant questions added? Article questions added to the warrant, I should say.
I believe it's 10 on the petition.
I'm sorry?
It requires 10
10
signatures on the
10
petition.
sig- okay.
Yeah,
Similar to-
she believes.
Yeah.
We'll confirm.
That's how
I'll
it is.
confirm, but I believe the
That is
meeting
on
is
the,
10.
our side, that's usually,
Mhm.
okay, 10?
Yeah.
And it also has to meet legal stat,
Right,
Right.
in the district.
has reviewed by legal counsel, same as with the Board of Selectmen.
Mr. Horton brings up a good point. This is a pretty sad turnout. Why don't you advertise a little better than you do, instead of simply expect people to, log into your Facebook page? You have signage, why don't you use it?
It's posted.
It's posted on our.
Posted.
It's posted on the signs of the water district.
Okay.
Yeah, we do post it every single time.
Every
Not
time?
not the monthly we don't, but the annuals, absolutely. It's posted now.
Well, why not monthly? I made that suggestion in the meeting last year.
So you can post prior to any meeting you have, you can post.
Right, it's posted in the town hall, it's posted on the website, but we don't post it on the signs.
That is
Why
consistent.
not?
Post office.
For open meeting laws, that is a consistent approach. So you have to post it within the town hall, you have to post it on the website, and that's customary.
Understood, but
Is there a reason you don't use the signage?
No, if you would like us to post it on the signs every month, we absolutely will.
I asked that at a meeting I attended last year. I made that suggestion.
I will write it down.
Right then.
You've got plenty of signage. I think you guys just don't want anybody to come.
That's not true.
Any other further business to be put by? Hearing none?
Mr. Moderator, I move to dissolve the special district meeting on November 17, 2022.
Second. Motion made and seconded to dissolve. All in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.